I honestly think that the winner of the North... Go to bed!
Alright, welcome to the first ever Buckle Bomb Pro Wrestling predictions video. Today, what are we predicting, Mac?
NXT Takeover Brooklyn 4.
Takeover Brooklyn 4. Jesus H. Christ. So, we're going to start out the predictions with the only non-title match on the program, and that is going to be EC3 versus Velveteen Dream. Mac, I guess I'll let you start this one out. Who do you have predicted to win this match? EC3?
EC3's coming in hot. I think Velveteen's in that kind of character development stage where he's used to boost other people, and he's going to get his moment in the near future, but as of right now, I think it's EC3's moment to shine.
I think I predicted the same. I predict EC3 to win this match. The reason being similar. I think that we've seen every big match Velveteen has had. He has put somebody else over, but it's never once made him look weak. The only match he's really won at a big pay-per-view, I think, so far is Cassius Ohno, which was a cool win. But that would have done him a disservice to lose, I believe. But I think losing to EC3, like you said, he's the guy that's on the way in, and Velveteen is going to kill it no matter what because of his gimmick. So I've got EC3 as well.
The next match we're going to be covering is Cole versus Ricochet, the North American title on the line. What do you got, Reed?
I think for this match, I chose Ricochet. The simple reason being Ricochet is super hot. He's a little newer than Adam Cole. Similar logic to the last match. I've heard a lot about Adam Cole being an absolute sponge and just soaking up everything they've given him in the Performance Center. So I can see him being successful without that title, though I would like to see him run with it a little longer. I think that we might see Ricochet take the title this time and see Adam Cole move on to Pastors Anew. How about you?
I'm going to have to agree with you. I'm definitely going Ricochet. After his story with Velveteen, it proved that he just has that it factor. He's super special. And I think putting a strap on him right now is essentially the rocket that would need to take him to the next level. I think Adam Cole's going to the main title. I don't think they're going to move main roster yet, but I do think it's going to be something special where he's going to be a lot more upper tier for
kind of
NXT.
like a main event star still,
yes,
even
sir.
if he doesn't have the strap. Yeah,
pretty much,
right on.
yes, sir.
All right, it's Shayna Baszler versus Kairi Sane in a rematch of the Mae Young Classic's first ever tournament, and it's for the women's NXT title. Who do you have on this one, Matt?
This was probably the hardest match I had to predict. Shayna Baszler just looked way too good. She went through Nikki. She had her match with Toni Storm on the UK special, and it's kind of hard. I don't know if Kairi can carry the show. I don't know if that's the best gimmick that you want to put a belt on, a pirate princess. She hasn't used it as much. I'm going to have to say Shayna retains in this one, man. It's something. She's too special right now to not keep a belt on her.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I am agreeing. I also predict that Shayna Baszler is going to win that match. It's kind of silly, but same thing. Pirate Princess is not resonated really well with me so far. Although I do recognize that Kairi Sane is an incredible talent, an incredible pro wrestler. Yeah, she's fantastic. I just don't see that being the character that carries the strap and really draws, I guess they would say. So Shayna Baszler as well for me on that one.
All right, probably the match of the night, minus the main event, because obviously that's going to be incredible. Mustache Mountain is getting the rematch for the tag titles against Undisputed Era, Roddy Strong and Kyle O'Reilly. Man, what do you got for this one, dude?
Love Mustache Mountain. I've got Undisputed Era to retain the titles simply because this new NXT UK brand is going to be incredible. Why would you have two of the hottest UK talents on the American NXT brand when they could be shredding it over there? I don't know how it's all going to work, so maybe they could be the NXT title or tag title holders here on the UK or United States roster, but I just think that you keep it on Strong and O'Reilly right now. Undisputed Era as hot as ever. They're going to get Fish back. Adam Cole's going to keep doing great stuff. So I've got Undisputed Era. Who do you have on this one?
So we finally come to the point where we have a disagreement.
We're disagreeing on this one?
I think Mustache Mountain is coming in a little way too hot, especially after that UK special. I know they were in the United Kingdom when they won that match, and the crowd pop was insane. There's just something about Trent Seven I'm in love with.
there.
There's definitely something about Tyler Bate.
It's a bit like
from last year's UK tournament to now.
Yeah.
The word I've been seeing around the Twitter world is he glowed up.
I had a glow up, yeah.
He had a glow up, and I think now is a great time, especially with, my reasoning is because of the UK brand coming.
Right.
I think you bring the UK brand and our tag team champions are two of the biggest UK stars.
Kind of makes it hot.
That's going to bring eyes.
Yeah, I agree.
You look at Tyler Bate, Trent Seven, they're tearing through Undisputed Era. Adam Cole's also, I've picked Adam Cole to lose. I think they're going to go on to something very special. Mustache Mountain.
Mustache Mountain, all right. It's funny you say that about Trent Seven. I kind of agree. It's like watching my dad just kind of like beat people up in a weird way, right? But like a younger, I don't know, it's really weird. But right on. First disagreement of the night. You heard it here. Final match, final prediction for Takeover Brooklyn 4. It's going to be Gargano versus Ciampa. It's for the NXT title. It's last man standing. Mac, who's your choice, man?
I think Gargano's losing streak at Brooklyn is going to continue. I think Ciampa has something special right now. And he kind of just won the title, so it would be weird for them to take it off this early. I think give it a couple, maybe the NXT before the Royal Rumble. Gargano finally gets the big win. I know we'd go to 5 matches, but didn't Okada and Omega go to 5 matches and finally got the big win? So maybe they're trying to rival that. I don't know. Maybe they're not even taking that into consideration. But I do think Ciampa is going to retain simply because there's something just ruthless, just something about him right now that he needs to keep that belt on him. Because past Gargano, once this story is over, I'm excited to see what they do with him. Like Lars, when Alistair comes back, Adam Cole. Like there's a lot more I'd want to see from Ciampa versus mystery opponent than, unfortunately, unpopular opinion, than Gargano versus mystery opponent.
I picked the same thing. I picked Tommaso Ciampa to win this match. Basically saying I don't think they're going to hotshot the NXT title like that. I think he won it on a television taping, which is a pretty big deal. I think he'll hold on to it for a little while. I think that Gargano is one of those baby faces that's going to be over pretty much no matter what they do with him. I mean, I think he's going to be over. Whether he's relegated to 205 Live, if he stays on NXT, if he goes to SmackDown, goes to Raw. I think it's one of those scenarios where Gargano's as hot as Gargano's going to get, and I think we'll see what's next. But I think right now, you're right. I think Ciampa takes the title, or retains the title rather, at Brooklyn this Saturday.
Gargano's he's got that Daniel Bryan aspect to him.
Yeah, I feel it.
Like Daniel Bryan was super hot, and I think it was Royal Rumble 2015 because Punk left after 14. I don't think it was 14, but Bryan came in at like number 8 or so.
Yeah,
standing on the rope. Yeah. The crowd was crazy for Bryan. Eliminated. He lost his match to Bray Wyatt. He was screwed out of a title after beating John Cena. He was screwed out, and they just had a lot of moments where they kept pushing him down. And that kind of just made everybody jump on him more. And I kind of see the same thing with Gargano, like especially like last year's Brooklyn when he lost to Almas. They threw the shirt. It was the DIY shirt. And they're like, oh,
it was a big deal.
Like, oh, no. There's just, it's something, but
it's kind of weird.
It's not there yet.
When people compare him like to Daniel Bryan, it's kind of weird for me because a lot of people did that. I noticed with Sami Zayn. A lot of people said, "Oh, Sami Zayn has the same vibe as Daniel Bryan," and I think when we say that, you got to make it clear that like Daniel Bryan is certainly one of a kind. None of these guys are going to follow exactly what he's done. But as far as being like ruthlessly over as a babyface, I can totally see Gargano being one of those next guys. But I think we both chosen that this time it's Ciampa for the win.
It's Ciampa. Yes, sir.
Guys, this is the end of the very first Buckle Bomb Pro Wrestling video. The first of many, I hope.
Yes, sir.
This has been predictions for TakeOver Brooklyn 4. This is Mac here. I'm Reed, and we've got more coming. Thank you very much, guys. Have a great time.